For thousands of years, the Galactic Council believed one rule of the universe was absolute. When a stronger empire arrived, weaker civilizations surrendered. It had happened thousands of times. Entire planets would bow before superior fleets without firing a single shot. Survival was more important than pride. Then the Council discovered Earth. At first, humanity did not seem special. Their planet was small compared to the great core worlds of the galaxy. Their technology was primitive, and their military was divided into many nations instead of one united empire. The Council archives labeled humanity as harmless and easily controlled. The Zarnak Dominion, one of the most powerful military empires in the galaxy, decided to claim Earth. A fleet of 50 massive warships arrived at the edge of the solar system. Each ship was kilometers long, covered in weapons that had destroyed entire civilizations. They sent a single message toward Earth. Primitive species of planet Earth. Your world now belongs to the Zarnak Dominion. Surrender immediately and you will be allowed to live as workers. For most species, that message would have ended everything. But humanity responded differently. On Earth, leaders from every nation gathered in an emergency meeting. The situation looked hopeless. The alien fleet was powerful beyond imagination. But humans had one advantage that the Zarnak Dominion did not understand. Humans were stubborn. After hours of discussion, humanity sent their reply. Earth will not surrender. The Zarnak commander stared at the message in confusion. No species had ever rejected a Dominion demand before. He assumed it was a translation error. The Dominion sent another message. You do not understand the situation. Resistance is impossible. Surrender now. The response from Earth came seconds later. We understand perfectly. Then Earth fired the first shot. Thousands of missiles launched from hidden bases across the planet. Satellites that had once been used for communication suddenly activated hidden weapons. Old nuclear warheads were reprogrammed for space combat. The missiles were primitive compared to Dominion technology, but there were thousands of them. The Dominion fleet destroyed most of them easily. But not all. One missile struck the outer armor of a cruiser, damaging several weapon systems. Another exploded close enough to blind a sensor array. The Dominion commander was shocked. Not by the damage, but by the idea that a primitive species would even try. He ordered the fleet to advance. Massive alien ships moved toward Earth like dark mountains in space. Their weapons began firing beams of energy that vaporized satellites and defense platforms. Human forces were losing quickly. Ships from Earth's small space fleets were destroyed one by one. Cities watched the battle in the sky as streaks of fire crossed the atmosphere. But humanity kept fighting. Fighter pilots launched knowing they might never return. Engineers on the ground modified weapons in real time. Scientists worked desperately to create new defenses. Human communication networks filled with a single message repeated everywhere. Hold the line. Hours passed. Then something unexpected happened. A human destroyer, badly damaged and almost out of power, flew directly toward one of the Dominion battleships. The alien commander laughed. The tiny ship was insignificant. Then the human destroyer exploded. It had been overloaded intentionally. The blast destroyed several Dominion weapon turrets. The commander stopped laughing. His officers began reporting strange human tactics. Human ships rammed enemy vessels. Pilots continued fighting even after critical damage. Ground forces kept launching weapons even when their bases were under attack. The Dominion had fought thousands of wars. But they had never fought a species like this. Most civilizations tried to survive. Humans fought like they were protecting something more important than survival: their home. After 12 hours of battle, Earth's defenses were almost gone. Most human ships had been destroyed. The Dominion prepared to fire the final planetary bombardment. Then long-range sensors detected something strange. Hundreds of small ships were approaching from the far side of the solar system. Mining ships, cargo transports, civilian vessels. Every human ship that could fly had joined the fight. The Dominion commander watched in disbelief as the civilian fleet accelerated toward them. "These are not warships," one officer said. The commander understood something important. They do not care. Thousands of human ships charged the alien fleet. Many carried improvised weapons. Some carried explosives. Others simply rammed into Dominion vessels at full speed. The attack was chaotic and reckless. But it worked. Dominion ships began taking real damage. One cruiser lost its engines. Another battleship suffered a reactor failure after multiple collisions. The Dominion commander realized something terrifying. Humanity was not afraid to lose. And an enemy who is not afraid to lose is the most dangerous enemy in the universe. After hours of unexpected losses, the Dominion fleet made a decision that had not happened in centuries. They retreated. The alien warships jumped to faster-than-light travel and disappeared from the solar system. Earth was devastated. Satellites destroyed. Cities damaged. Thousands of ships lost. But humanity had survived. Across the galaxy, the news spread quickly. A primitive species had forced the Zarnak Dominion to retreat. The Galactic Council updated humanity's classification. No longer harmless. No longer primitive. Instead, the new file simply said, "Warning, humanity does not surrender." Years later, when other alien empires looked at Earth, they remembered the same lesson. Humans might not be the strongest species in the galaxy. They might not have the most advanced technology. But they possessed something far more dangerous. The unbreakable belief that some things were worth fighting for. And when humanity decided to fight, even the stars learned to be afraid.